And we're back after week 2 of the NFL, which I couldn't agree with you less.
Yep.
Just Simon and Jason here today.
Andrew dealing with what he believes is strep throat, so
Yeah, I can't talk right now.
I feel like it's for the best he's not here right now.
He'll be on next week, and that's a promise.
Yeah. Speaking of promises, we are going to... Jason, you go to college next week.
I do, in 2 days actually.
And
so we're going to be starting...
Instead of every
phone
episode
call.
live now, we're going to be moving to a Discord or Skype.
Yeah, we're going to be
recording
talking on the
setup.
phone. So it might be a
that'll
little different.
It might sound a little different, but our availability will
Oh yeah, it'll
triple.
skyrocket.
Yeah.
It'll skyrocket. Just like Derrick Henry's fantasy points this year, right?
We'll get to that later.
His fantasy stock this year, right? Skyrocketing.
I'm still selling.
Sell it.
I would sell.
Okay.
I don't have any to sell, but so no Andrew again. We've been,
Yeah.
I would say, trying our absolute hardest to get him back, but
We have.
start to the school year for him has been a little busy.
Yeah, to say the least.
So
Yeah.
did you watch some of the games
Let's
this
jump
Sunday?
in. I did watch a couple, Silent. The one I watched the most of was Saints Rams. I watched the first half.
That was so disappointing.
Was not entertained.
I know.
Jared Goff was having an awful game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Let's we can start there.
Yeah.
And one of the bigger stories is Drew Brees hurt his hand
Yeah.
in the first or second quarter. It was weird to watch.
Drew Brees, yeah.
He didn't look like he was in very much pain, but
I know. I was kind of in and out of the game, so I didn't notice for a while. But it sounds like they're going to split next week between Taysom Hill and Teddy Bridgewater.
Really?
That's what I saw, yeah.
that would be
They're
interesting.
going to split a little.
Teddy Bridgewater didn't look good to me.
Yeah. I didn't watch the second half really, but
You didn't miss
I haven't
anything.
heard good things. I mean, I missed 2 Jared Goff touchdowns, which kind of sucks. But
He only had one.
literally, I could have sworn he had 2 in that. Did he have
Todd
like a
Gurley had
rushing?
a rushing touchdown.
I could have sworn on that fantasy app he had like 2 passing touchdowns or something because he got like 19, and I was like, oh my god, he actually had a decent game for once. I had a major whiff on Jared Goff. I don't know what happened. There's still time to rebound from it, but I was more certain in Jared Goff than Derrick Henry.
The
this year.
Rams don't look at all like they did last year. How much?
Oh
do you
yeah,
think
he had a
is, like-
rushing touchdown.
Oh, rushing.
Which is kind of nice. Well,
That's better than a passing touchdown.
yeah, I'll take that.
Do you think how much of the Rams looking like this is Todd Gurley?
I think it's a decent amount. Todd Gurley's not awful.
Right.
Like he's obviously
He
way
had-
stepped down.
Yeah, 16 for 63 and a touchdown,
Yeah,
but like no receptions.
Yeah, I think the Rams are still really good. They might be in my opinion, they're definitely a top 3 team in the league, though. I think like Chiefs, Patriots, Rams, especially with Drew Brees out.
I think there's an argument that the Cowboys are looking better than them right now.
Cowboys.
And
There is, but their schedule has been Giants, Redskins, Dolphins, 3 probably the worst teams.
and you know who else has looked really good though?
Dak.
The Ravens.
Oh. No, the Ravens do look good. I really like them. But also, they've
do
had
think-
an easy, like, this week against the
easiest.
Chiefs.
That'll
Like, their
be fun.
offense will still, like, show up, but we'll see if they're actually...
Yeah. I can't make an argument against the Rams in the top 5.
Yeah.
I just think their offense hasn't been as explosive this year.
I know. It's been a little disappointing, to be honest, with all those receivers, you think.
What I think I whiffed on so far is in the Rams offense is I think I was way too low on Cooper Kupp and Robert
yeah,
Woods.
I know.
Cooper Kupp especially.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's looking like he might be the number 1 from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And just all of them have had kind of... like, Cooper Kupp's been all right, but they've all had kind of disappointing seasons. So.
Cooper Kupp had 5 for 120.
Yeah. Yeah, he had that one really good run off the...
That
pass.
was
Yeah.
crazy.
So,
Not statted. Here's a touchdown for some reason.
What?
That he scored a touchdown on that run, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think he did.
I don't
I
know.
think he got tackled. I don't know.
So on the Saints side, how worried are you about Kamara now? And the complementary pass catchers in the Saints offense?
To be honest, I'm not too worried. I'm more worried about Michael Thomas and the rest of that offense. Kamara, like, he's always going to have that just one kind of crappy game. Like, last season, he had a couple of those, so I'm still pretty big on him.
I think I might be the opposite of you.
Oh.
I think Michael Thomas is the only one who retains or maybe gains value.
Gains value.
Because Bridgewater or Taysom Hill
Or it is, yeah.
is going to be just looking to him, and he's going to be their first read
That's
every
true.
time.
That's true.
Also, a lot of Kamara's value comes from like the screen game.
Yeah.
And he and
Pass.
Brees have such a good chemistry. There. Bridgewater didn't throw to him once.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
I'm worried about Kamara's that 40-point ceiling he had at the beginning of last year.
Yeah, I don't know if the 40 points is there anymore. Like he might be able to reach it like once or twice a season, but like the days of like him being able to get 40, like there's a chance every game of 40 might be gone.
Another weird thing was like last year he like had one run or some really low amount of runs over 20 yards.
Yeah.
So, like, those, 50 or 80-yard touchdowns that he was getting his rookie year, he hasn't gotten in a long time. So, it's weird, but I love him so much.
Yeah, I still like Kamara. I'm still thinking he's a top 5 running back for sure.
And, any reason to roster Bridgewater in one quarterback leagues?
No.
No. Jared Cook is as good as dead.
Yeah, Jared Cook's no. He's got
Latavius Murray is dead.
Yeah, it's really Kamara and Michael Thomas at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you're not...
No more Traquan
No one
Smith.
else. You're not taking Ted Ginn.
No. So we'll just continue going through some of these week 2 games. The Thursday game was god-awful.
Which one was that?
Buccaneers-Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
The big headlines from this are Cam Newton looks terrible.
There's talk that this might be his last season on the Panthers. There's been talk of that.
Do you believe
because if I had to bet, I'd say Cam Newton would be on the team next year starting, but I think that's like a 65-35 chance.
That he's
not playing. A 65 that he is playing next year.
I think that's super realistic.
Because I don't know. I've just seen that he can't throw deep anymore. Mm-hmm. He's just his shoulder issues have just been.
And he re-hurt his foot in that game.
Yeah, which for DJ Moore is not the best fantasy sign.
DJ Moore, I think if Cam Newton is out, it'll be better for DJ Moore.
I think it would be too, to be honest. DJ Moore is kind of a deep not a big play guy, but he gets a lot of the speed and down the field things, which Cam Newton can't really throw to anymore.
DJ Moore looked so good. I just wish I got off work early that night, so I was able to watch some of the game, and he looked so good. But they just kept running him on these little 5-yard slants and stuff because that's all Cam could get the ball to.
It's pretty sad for him. Who's their backup quarterback? Do you know?
Oh, they're starting. Shoot, it's not the Tyler Heineke guy.
Yeah.
It's Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen.
Kyle someone.
That's not a good sign.
But I read on a random tweet that he has a good deep ball, so...
It's not Kyle Moore, right?
No.
Okay. Wait, that's Kyle Moore.
Kyle someone is starting now.
Okay. Well...
McCaffrey had kind of a bad game.
Yeah, he did. That was really weird.
That was bizarre.
He was projected 26 and he got 4, I think. Yeah. So.
I think maybe the Buccaneers have an underrated defense at this point. Or maybe Cam just
Maybe they do. Maybe the Carolina offense is just stalling right now. Both teams are bad though.
Yeah.
I think Saints, even with Drew Brees out, hopefully should run away with the division. Falcons might put up some.
I think the Falcons can rival them.
The Falcons' just defense has been not that amazing, but
so I know you were pretty bullish on Cam to start the year.
Yeah.
I was as well. Is he just
Yeah, I'm not gonna take him. Yeah,
droppable.
I'm not taking him. In 2 quarterback leagues, I would totally start him, but
what do you make of Greg Olson's hot?
Greg Olson, I'm kind of in on Greg Olson, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cam, he's kind of perfect for what Cam's been doing. Mm-hmm. He's a perfect candidate too because he used to be a really good top 3 tight end. So now it just makes me trust him so much more that I know he can be that guy.
Right.
So I would if I didn't just pick up Mark Andrews, that shot in the dark for Mark Andrews, I would totally have Greg Olson.
Mark Andrews looks so good.
I really like him. He might be this year's George Kittle, to be honest.
That's what I've heard too.
That. Not the yards, but
on the Tampa Bay side, who's the wide receiver 1?
Yeah,
that's been a topic of debate.
It's been weird. I still think rest of the season Mike Evans, but it has me worried to say the least. I'm starting Galladay over Mike Evans this week, even though Mike Evans is against the Giants.
I kind of don't blame you.
Yeah, and since I'm a Lions fan, I also kind of have to do
that. But Chris Godwin looks.
Yeah, if he does, even
great.
with Jameis, Jameis looking pretty crappy out there.
Yeah, Jameis, and There's absolutely nothing to see in the rushing game.
Yeah, I tried to take. I don't think I've said this on the pod, but I made the mistake of trading Dalvin Cook and Ty for Devontae Adams in one of my other leagues.
Yeah.
Which obviously did not turn out well. To say the least, T.Y. Hilton's been marginally better than Devontae Adams, and
Plus
Dalvin
Dalvin
Cook's the
Cook.
number 2 running back. But I had to start Ronald Jones at running back 2.
Oh,
not
geez.
even flex running back 2 for me. He did not produce.
In
Jordan
a 14-team league, right?
12, yeah. And Jordan Howard, Rashad Penny. They're my flex options.
I think you got to go
Not
Penny
Penny.
over Ronald Jones because
Which is not something I think I'd be saying like before the season. I was having a really good draft.
Peyton Barber had 23 carries
I know.
for Tampa Bay.
The week before, I think Ronald Jones had more, and I just don't know what to do.
Why can't they just trade for Melvin Gordon?
I know. I'm Melvin Gordon in that league. That'd be perfect. My team would be looking so well if I kept that because I'd have CMC,
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook, T.Y. Hilton, DJ Moore, Zach Ertz, and Melvin Gordon just in case. I would be,
That would be
a
so
very
solid.
legitimate contender if I didn't make that trade.
You would be a legitimate contender either way if you didn't make that trade.
I know. So.
But I still think Devontae Adams.
I'm still big on Devontae.
If we were drafting rest of season from right now,
I'd
he's
take him
still my
second.
wide receiver 2.
I'd take him second, yeah.
I think Hopkins right now looks like he is just going to get the touch.
Julio, Julio Devontae Adams is kind of interesting for me.
And I think Odell's back in
Julio's-
that. After that huge game.
I'm still not 100% on Odell.
Yeah.
I'm kind of have some questions there. But yeah, Devontae Adams still number 2 or 3 for me.
Right.
I'm not giving up on him.
Oh, I have never given up on him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Devontae Adams, let's segue to Green Bay, Minnesota.
Yeah, let's do that.
Starting on the Devontae Adams side of the ball.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones kind of
Yeah.
exploded a little bit.
I know. I hope that's the sign of
pretty
things
nice.
to come.
I like it. 23 carries for 116 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I know. Against Minnesota, who does not have a bad defense
No.
by any means.
That's kind of what surprised. I don't remember a time when Aaron Jones got 23 carries.
Yeah, I know. That might be, yeah.
And I have to say the most correct take
Yeah,
that's ever been made on this show
yeah.
was when you said athletes get weirder with age.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Looking at this picture of Aaron Rodgers right now with his mustache is it's startlingly funny.
Yeah, the mustache has been growing a little too far. But still, I want to talk a little about Kirk Cousins because I feel like he's one of the, if not the most hated quarterback in the league right now. Just for I think his contract's a big part of that, being paid that much. But
Yeah.
people just are so down on him right now, being able to finish games because he's surrounded with one of the most talented rosters in the entire game, if not the most talented.
They are stacked.
Defense, both sides of the ball. And then Kirk Cousins, he's not I like him a lot. He's from Michigan State, but he's been so I don't know.
He's replacement level.
Yeah, he has no playoff value. He can't really do it at the end of the games. It's
Yep.
been super I feel bad for him because it's not entirely him, but he has such a good roster around and he kind of has to be really good. Kind of like Jared Goff. Jared Goff's been producing just enough to not be hated on.
Yeah.
Which I think I don't want to turn my back on Jared Goff, but there might be some Kirk Cousins conversation around him later this year. If I had to guess.
I think he's a little young for the Kirk Cousins.
I know,
And
but
he did make a Super Bowl.
He did, but really he didn't show up in it whatsoever. He just got that huge extension, so I still like Jared Goff. I'm still starting quarterback, but I'm starting to think I was a little
Kirk
wrong.
Cousins is someone who you're not starting anymore.
No.
Unless you're in a super
If
flex league.
I'm in a 14-team league and he's playing the Dolphins, yeah, I'd start him.
Yeah.
But
well, the Dolphins are a college team.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, 14 for 32. 230 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks, and a fumble.
Yeah, I mean Green Bay defense is really good, but
They're
still
improved.
not what you want to see out of Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he was kind of everybody's sleeper that's not a sleeper going into the year.
Yeah,
Just because that team is so
I
stacked
guess
already.
so. Yeah, the receivers.
And one of those players who makes up that just stacked offense is
Yeah,
Dalvin
I
Cook.
know.
Dalvin
I know. Yeah,
Cook.
Dalvin Cook's been big. I knew when I was in that draft, and it was a second round pick, and I had some pick, and Leonard Fournette was still on the board, and I remembered me saying Leonard Fournette over Dalvin Cook. I still took Dalvin Cook because in that moment, I had some clarity, and I was like, I think I was just saying Leonard Fournette. Like, I need to go with my smarts. And then I traded him like 2 days later. Yeah. So, yeah. My relationship with Dalvin Cook's a little rocky at this point.
He has made me so happy. Let me read you one of my favorite dynasty roster. I have to I just gush over it every time. Because I traded Josh Jacobs in a first round pick for Dalvin Cook. Preseason, and I'm
in Dynasty.
And I don't regret it at all.
That's a very even trade. I have to say that. Josh Jacobs, I'm a big fan of, to be honest.
And we will get to him in a little bit. So I've got Jimmy Garoppolo and Mitch Trubisky as my quarterbacks. Subpar, I'll admit. But it is a 14-team super flex.
Yeah,
and there are some teams without 2 quarterbacks. So my running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook. Hold on. I know I have more. Kenyon Drake, Damian Williams, and James White.
Wow. That's insanely stacked for 4-team leagues.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh my god.
Tyler Boyd.
Jesus.
Tyler Lockett.
Oh my god.
Adam Thielen. Tyrell Williams, who
he's
is turning
really
into
good.
like a wide receiver 2 now.
He's really good.
And then for tight end, I've got Greg Olsen for now, David Njoku for the future.
Yeah. That's a stacked team, Simon. That's the depth on that team is insane.
As you can imagine, I'm 2-0
I don't know how you got that kind of a team. Part of it's like Tyrell Williams just like kind of lucky.
Short story is I got really lucky in a few things. Like Christian McCaffrey in the second round of the startup.
Yeah, I want to know how that happened in a 14-team league.
People were a little down on him, and it was super flex. I went DeAndre Hopkins like 2nd overall, I believe.
Yeah.
I got Adam Thielen in the 3rd.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, this is another one of those luck things. Slipped to me at the 106 at our rookie draft.
Oh my god. How? Wow, who was drafted ahead of him?
Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, so 2 quarterbacks, which kind of makes sense in a super flex. Kyler Murray for sure makes sense.
Yeah.
N'Keal Harry. And this was earlier on.
I think N'Keal Harry is where it starts to get indefensible, to be honest. I think that's indefensible.
I do.
Straight up indefensible.
just how value works. I think N'Keal Harry will become more valuable.
He will, but Josh Jacobs...
But for now, I agree. And then...
Daniel Jones wasn't drafted.
No.
Okay.
Miles Sanders and David Montgomery.
That's tough, because both of those guys are kind of a running back guy committee. Not completely, but kind of. And Josh Jacobs has a full starting job.
Yeah. So I went Josh Jacobs happily at 1-6.
How does that happen?
It was some luck.
What is the logic to that? Okay, never mind.
And I also got very fortunate with a trade offer of Anthony Miller for Tyler Lockett very early in the offseason.
Really? Wow.
Someone was a big believer in
obviously, yeah.
in Anthony Miller and not a fan of Tyler Lockett. Jesus. And I kind of sold out all the rest of my picks to build up the depth of James White, and
that's big.
Yeah, Tyrell Williams I've had the whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of a lucky one. That's nice. Side note, where does Lamar Jackson go now in dynasty drafts?
I mean, you got to think he's valued as a top 5 quarterback.
Oh yeah. Do you think he's a first rounder? 12 in a 14-team league.
I wouldn't take him in the first round personally.
You would?
Wouldn't. But like if he's there at the end of the second round.
At the end of the second, I don't think he'd be there at the end of the second.
I don't know if he would be either, but like that's where I'd want to take him.
Yeah, I'd take him. Mid-late second.
Because that means I got someone like Devontae Adams, Hopkins, or one of the running backs, or a Patrick Mahomes or something.
I think Patrick Mahomes is a 101.
Oh,
I think by far.
Unquestionable.
Okay, so it is unquestionable, not good.
For me.
Okay. Is that like consensus kind of?
It's becoming almost consensus. Good. There's still a few Barkley holdouters.
If someone's gonna get 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns like semi-consistently,
I know. I mean, it's got to be
like he's making like no-name wide receivers super good. Like they're not good.
Unreal.
He's making them good.
Like he's returning 3rd round value in a 12-team non-super flex league.
I 100% regret not drafting him in our league because like in an 8-team redraft league, I would have taken him like, I think late second wouldn't be that big of a. I would have taken him late second looking back on it.
Knowing what we know through these first 2 weeks. Yeah, I totally.
Yeah. Someone that's going to give you like 20, like 30 points a game. Like, that's what he's going to be, 30 points a
easily.
game.
But then also, when you look at, like, how he played, how effortlessly he just, like, carved Jacksonville. And then you watch Deshaun Watson go in there the next week and almost put up a dud week.
I know. It's such a difference.
He's so good.
I know,
he is
so much
good.
better than the second best. It's insane. Like...
So everyone who was fading him, and I didn't... like, have the ability to get him and then choose not to. Like, I didn't pick someone over him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was drafted pretty early in our league.
I got him in a super flex startup at 4th overall for Dynasty. And then I also, for a different startup, because I did a lot of startups this year, I got the 2nd pick, but I traded back because someone gave me a late 1st round startup pick and a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
Which is like Julio Jones.
Yeah, that's really good.
It turned into Deshaun Watson and Julio Jones. So I'd sell Mahomes for that. Okay, we got off track a little bit. How concerned are you about the Vikings pass catchers?
Not too Stephon Diggs, I'm a little more concerned on. I don't love him though, to be honest.
I've come around to thinking Adam Thielen is very much the one.
Thank you, Simon.
He is. I mean, in a terrible game, he put up 5 for 75.
Yeah,
which is respectable.
Like, yeah, Adam Thielen, I think still like top 15 or so.
I would say around 15. I'm Kirk Cousins scares.
Yeah, he does.
Scares me so much.
That's true.
And then, what's going on with Aaron Rodgers as a fantasy quarterback?
Yeah,
this is like bizarre to me.
I know. I mean, he's played 2 good defenses. Like, to be a little fair, who's he playing this week? Do you know?
I believe Denver.
See, like
that's not a.
That's like it's a solid defense. Their offense is really where they have the troubles.
It seems to
honestly,
me.
Can we talk about Emmanuel Sanders real quick, though, Simon? Because Emmanuel Sanders is a top 5 ranked wide receiver now.
We will move on.
He's been having
Bears
insane games.
Yeah,
insane. He's gonna be comeback player of the year, like no question.
11 for 98 and a touchdown.
And the game before that, he had a really, really big game, too.
It's, like, inhuman.
It's insane.
It's
insane.
To come back from an Achilles.
I know.
So, who are crazy. Some... I'll give you some either-ors. Rest of season, PPR.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders or Allen Robinson?
Emmanuel Sanders, definitely.
Emmanuel Sanders or T.Y. Hilton?
T.Y. Hilton. Because you have to remember, Joe Flacco is still the Denver quarterback, and I really don't want to trust him. So...
Emmanuel Sanders or no, you'd take Mike Evans.
Yeah, I would. I would. I would, but I'd hesitate a little.
I can't believe you'd hesitate.
I'd hesitate for a second.
Emmanuel Sanders or trying to just go through some.
If I told you Sanders
Stephon
or
Diggs?
Lockett, which would you choose?
I would take Lockett.
That's where it gets kind of tough for me.
I mean, he got 10 catches.
I'd take Sanders over Diggs, I think.
Wow, you're really low on Diggs.
I think I would, yeah.
Wow.
I've never really liked Diggs. I think that's been pretty obvious. I've never been a huge Diggs guy.
I thought he had... Well, I also thought that the Vikings would pass a lot this year, but it turns out they're not.
Yeah, there'd been some rumblings of that. I tried to ignore it when I traded to Cook, but
I've
heard some of that. Just disappointing.
So back to that Denver-Chicago game. Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman, it's like it is a 50-50 split.
Yeah, I don't like either of them.
I wouldn't want to start either of them.
I think the interesting thing is the Bears might be the worst team in the division now. I don't want to get ahead of myself here.
They don't have the worst roster, but Mitch Trubisky is so bad.
I know, their offense is terrible.
They are...
Like, how many points have they put up this season? Like, 19?
Mitch Trubisky hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
I know. It's bad.
He is... I saw a tweet. He is 33rd in the league in touchdown passes.
makes you wonder who that 32nd and 30.
Robert Griffin, who's a backup. threw a touchdown
Yeah, I
pass and
remember
Mitch hasn't.
that garbage time Miami game.
I'm starting in one of my Superflex leagues. I'm benching him for Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm
that's
not even
oh yeah,
sad
I
about
wouldn't blink at that.
David Montgomery got 18 carries.
Yeah, he's been going up. He's still not there yet, but maybe like in like 4 games he might be up to that like low end RB2.
I think he can get to mid.
He can get to mid, yeah. I'll give him that.
Would it surprise you if I told you that he would end as running back 15 on the year?
Yeah, it would. It wouldn't shock me, but it'd be kind of surprising. Like there's a world in which that happens, but I'd be kind of surprised to be honest.
And then Allen Robinson rest of the season. Are you scared?
I mean, I never had expectations to him to begin with. Like he's basically just like meeting and if anything a little higher than my expectations, but
he had that good first.
Yeah, he's like a flex. Like so he's a good
wide
flex
receiver. If he's your wide receiver 3 on your team, that's great.
In 12 team, yeah, that's really good.
I would be kind of worried with him as my wide receiver 2, just because like.
Oh yeah, I'd be terrified. I'd be texting people to make a trade for a wide receiver 2.
I think it just all comes down to Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, it does.
And so going back to our conversation from last year.
Yeah.
I can't name a quarterback I definitively think is better than him right now. That's starting.
Wait, what? Then Mitch Trubisky?
Oh, I mean worse.
Wait, okay. I was like, wait, what? The opposite direction I thought it was going.
He's the best. No.
That's definitively worse?
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Josh
Rosen. I remember, I want to go back to last year again and revisit our Dak or Josh Rosen talks. Because I remember there's a week where some people were a little confused on which was better, and I just want to...
So Dak is looking phenomenal.
Contract run against awful teams, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a...
I will say in Josh Rosen's defense, he has had the most difficult start to a career, like most unfortunate circumstances.
I'll give him that, but he's been making nothing out of it. There's nothing he's shown me that's even suggests that he could be... a good carding string.
We'll have to see with him. I hope he gets out of Miami this year, and I hope he goes to like, it would be fabulous.
What?
If he becomes Tom Brady's successor.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool actually. I would kind of like that. I can see that.
Him or Marcus Mariota, I think.
Oh, I can't see Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota's bad. Because I can't see Marcus Mariota on the Patriots. Josh Rosen makes a little sense, but.
I can see Marcus Mariota not getting a new contract this year with the Titans.
Oh, me too, but I just can't see, like, the Patriots going with, like, a run-first, like, bad passer. It just, like, doesn't really connect with, like... Mm-hmm. If Belichick's staying on, there's no way they can have Mariota, I don't think.
I do think he has a lot of, like, game management skills.
Mariota?
Yeah.
I really haven't watched him that much, so I wouldn't know, but...
I don't even know if he does, honestly.
I just haven't heard good things about Mariota.
He hasn't had a great career so far.
Mariota and Winston have been not the best one, too. Is it fair to say that Josh Rosen's the worst of those quarterbacks in that draft? The 5 good quarterbacks, Darnold, Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
That's pretty... I think I would say that.
Sure, because I feel like if Sam Darnold was in his position, he'd be just as bad, but...
I think Sam Darnold he's just dealt with injury. I think if he's going to come back week 5 from mono.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be very serviceable. I really like Darnold.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
So him and Baker are definitely better in my opinion. Lamar's definitely better.
Josh Allen's definitely better.
Josh Allen's
been sneaky. He's been sneaky.
He's been good. He's been better.
The Bills are 2-0.
Yeah.
Even though like they haven't had the hardest rate.
So the next game on the list, 49ers Bengals. There's a couple fun things.
The 49ers are 2-0. I just realized that today, Simon. I was looking at my phone after the start. I was like, oh my god, the 49ers are 2-0.
Rookie Deebo Samuel led them in receptions and yards with 5 for 87 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I've heard of him. The 49ers receiving core is very mysterious this year.
Right?
It's very mysterious.
Marquise Goodwin had a really good game.
Yeah, he's been...
Everyone was talking about Dante Pettis.
Dante Pettis has been unlike... He's disappeared completely. I don't know where he went.
Have you seen the stat that he has more passing yards than receiving yards this year?
Really? Yeah, he dropped off the face of the earth in fantasy. I
mean, Jimmy Garoppolo looked good.
Yeah,
I
I've
think
heard.
against,
I heard he had
against
a
the
good week,
Bengals.
too. I mean,
After a bad
we
week.
have to remember this is the Bengals, so probably.
And they are.
I bottom 3 or 4 team in the league.
Yeah. Can't be bottom one because the Dolphins have reserved that
they
by
can't
themselves.
be.
The Dolphins are
Yeah, this
in
is
their own
definitely
tier.
the worst team I've ever seen. Like, for NBA to
Yeah.
be Charlotte during that lockout year, they had, like, the worst winning percentage
Yeah.
ever. They, like, my Dolphins this year.
Last year I legitimately thought the Bills would not win a single game.
Yeah, and they had, like, a decent year, didn't they?
Well, it's because Josh Allen just
Josh Allen.
impressed.
Josh
So I
Allen's
gotta
been
give him credit.
sneaky underrated, I have to say. I haven't heard a lot of talk about him, but the Bills
He's
have
been
been
pretty decent.
a lot better than they should be, I think.
Yeah.
A lot better than they should be.
Do you think 49ers have a better
No.
record than they should be?
No, yeah, they do. The 49ers are not on my radar.
No Tevin Coleman, no Jerick McKinnon,
Yeah.
Matt Breida.
Yeah, that's
Looks
there
really
was also
good.
another guy too that was in there.
Mostert?
Yeah,
Mostert?
that was him. Raheem Mostert.
And Jeff Wilson too.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys getting looks in that offense. The 49ers offense is so mysterious.
The
I
one
don't know
thing
what's going on.
We've been talking about all these scores. George Kittle though hasn't had.
Has he been doing good? I don't really know.
He's been doing fine. This game he had 3 for 54. So like.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing, I have to say.
It's not like Zach Ertz, I think.
Yeah, Zach Ertz has been better this year.
He looks better.
I didn't think that happened, but...
And you know who else looks better?
Who?
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews does look better, Simon. Are we talking about the Ravens now?
After we talk about the Bengals.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Because
I
my
mean, John
boy-
Ross. We could talk about John Ross and how he's been. Is it a fluke? Is he going to be like this?
I think
Is this John Ross?
if I had him anywhere, which I don't,
I'd sell high.
I'd so sell high.
Yeah.
I think once-
I think we're on the same page. On
Once
this.
AJ Green comes back, I
Yeah.
think his role will drastically diminish. Whose role I don't think will diminish though.
Tyler Boyd.
Is Tyler
yeah,
Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. I like Tyler
10
Boyd.
for 122.
I know. I really like Tyler Boyd.
He's looking
because
great.
he can be really good as a number 2. He can be really good as a number 1.
Yeah.
He could be the number 3 and he'd still be all right.
He's gonna. I mean, his floor, I think, right now is a top 24 receiver.
Yeah, I'd say so.
His ceiling.
He could be a top 15. I think his
ceiling
ceiling's
is-
top 15.
His ceiling is like high end wide receiver 1.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know about that. Simon.
Wait, sorry.
Do you
Wide
mean
receiver
2?
2.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
I can get on that. Train.
Sorry.
I can get on.
I mean, I'm mixing up
Speaking
my
and I go
notes.
crazy because
I was like low end wide receiver 1, high
Yeah.
end, like in that 12
okay, I
to
think
14 range.
I never think Tyler Boyd will be a wide receiver 1. I'm just gonna make that. I don't think he's ever gonna be a wide receiver 1. But
I think in such a terrible game script, 10 for 122 is
It's really good,
It's proving of a
but
wide receiver 1.
it is. But I don't know if he's gonna get up there again for a while. 122.
I think he will just because Dalton is like gunning it this
Yeah,
year,
I've heard Dalton's not been playing too bad. He has a
No.
lot of passing yards.
leading the league.
Yeah. So
And the one last player that we have to talk
Joe
about.
Mixon. We just got some news on him. He's gonna be checked out.
He was a full participant in practice today,
So,
so he's back.
I just got this fantasy life thing from him that was like Joe Mixon's gonna be reevaluated to see if he fantasy life is good with notifications. Not listed on. Oh yeah, that's what it said. I just misread it. Never mind. So yeah, just Joe Mixon's back.
They go against Buffalo this week, who's a pretty good defense.
Yeah, Buffalo's probably gonna go 3-0, which is cool.
Last week was like a questionable. Like you probably weren't even starting him unless you had to.
Yeah, I know.
I think you gotta throw him in your lineup
Yeah,
now.
Josh Allen next week. I might pick him up and start him.
Over.
I really like it over Jared Goff.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I really like that.
Goff doesn't have that ceiling, I don't think.
I
Anymore.
might do that just now. I have extra defense. Might as well just do that.
So what was the team? You wanted?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah, let's
So
go.
Cards
Cardinals.
Ravens.
Yeah.
That
What was your
that
biggest takeaway?
Looked like a fun game. I didn't watch it, but biggest takeaway is I didn't really have a takeaway, to be honest. I feel like we don't know enough about the Ravens team yet because the teams they've been playing are so bad.
Yeah.
But like Lamar and Mark Andrews are like gonna be semi-consistent throughout the season. I think is what we can.
I think
Hollywood Brown.
I had a few takeaways, and I think Hollywood Brown
Yeah,
is
he's really good.
one of the top rookie receivers.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I was a little hesitant to put him there just because
I would be too.
I didn't love. He reminded me too much of like a Tavon Austin.
Yeah,
type.
yeah, I can see that.
But I mean, he's getting targeted and he's
had
a couple good games.
Good.
Mark Andrews looks like he's gonna be like making the big three a big four.
I know. I really like the George Kittle comp.
Yeah. And Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
is
Lamar's a top 3 quarterback now.
Rest of season.
I think so.
And in Dynasty. Okay, you're in a Dynasty Superflex league. How many quarterbacks are you taking over him?
I take Mahomes for sure,
Yeah.
and then honestly, I'd take Lamar second. I'm not gonna think about it too hard.
I'd take Deshaun Watson over him.
Ooh, that's kind of tough. I think I'd take Lamar. I'd take Lamar over him. Yeah, it's tough, but I think I'd do it. There's a big 3 though. I think that's what's clear though in Dynasty. Because both of them are gonna have kind of troubles with injuries because But Lamar's been running less is a thing. He's been running less than Deshaun Watson, so I don't know.
I just like Deshaun's weapons more.
Oh yeah, he has a lot more weapons. But Marquise Brown could be in 3 years he could be a top 3 or 4 fantasy receiver. I can see that. I don't know if I can. In 3 years, I can see him be
because in my opinion, in 3 years it's going to be Juju, DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, I do not think will be a top 3.
And I still think,
especially
in 3 years, the guys like Michael Thomas and Odell.
Oh yeah, Odell will still be up there. Yeah, Devontae.
But yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson is.
I think it's possible that Marquise Brown's going to be up there top 5 in the next 2 years. I think it's possible.
I guess I can see a world. But if I have Lamar Jackson, tell me if you disagree.
Yeah.
I would be doing everything I can right now to add on to him to get Mahomes.
Ooh, I think Mahomes is untradeable. That's my take.
But if you find someone,
it's
who thinks they're getting a deal.
I know you'd have to give Lamar Jackson and I don't know I think the running back you might have to give would be someone I want to be a little better than. It's tough. A little worse than DJ, but a little better than James Conner. I think that's what you have to give up to get Mahomes.
I think my recording stopped.
Yeah, my recording's all good, I think.
Oh, my recording just restarted. Okay, we're just going to Jason's phone.
Yeah. I think a little better James Conner and Lamar Jackson would be the price.
So you think the gap between
the
1 and 2 quarterbacks?
Because Lamar Jackson we're not still sure about. Mahomes are sure, but Lamar Jackson, we haven't seen him go against it. Even after next week, we won't see him go against a bad offense. I mean, a good defense.
Good defense, yeah. I think you can find a deal out there where you can add, and this is much more dynasty in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I think Mahomes' longevity is unparalleled to anybody. God, just thinking about I've been thinking about this a lot today.
Yeah.
Is it too early to already start thinking that his career arc could put him ahead of Tom Brady by the end of it?
Ooh. I think the Super Bowls aren't going to be there. I think the stats might show it, but Andy Reid, I don't think has been to a conference finals ever.
He's been to a Super Bowl.
With who?
Donovan McNabb.
Really? Oh, I mean, with the Chiefs, he's never been good in the playoffs.
They made it to the conference championship last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was weird. I don't think he's gonna get more than 2 Super Bowls though. And when Tom Brady has 6, I just think it's so hard to put him over him.
I don't know. I think when the Patriots fall apart, in the next couple of years, he's still gonna be 26, 27.
Yeah, but
it's just he looks like what my memory of Aaron Rodgers' early career is like.
Wow.
But better.
Yeah, I mean, he's by far the best guy I've ever seen play.
Yeah, I don't...
He's better than Peyton Manning, that one really late good season where he had 55 touchdowns.
He's is the most... Is it too early to call him the most talented thrower ever?
I don't... I could definitely make a case for that. I could see that.
He's just ridiculous. So, my point being, in Dynasty,
Yeah.
If there's someone who thinks they're getting a deal by going down from Mahomes to Lamar Jackson,
Yeah,
especially in Superflex, I don't think there's going
to
to be a player as valuable as Mahomes in Superflex for a long time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cardinals. I'm so scared about David Johnson.
I like David Johnson a lot.
Really?
I really like David Johnson.
All right,
I'm buying on David
my
Johnson.
mind.
I'm buying on David Johnson. So David Johnson's had 2 really good games so far, right? Didn't he have
7 for 14.
Like how many fantasy points did he have?
14.
Yeah, so like 14, and then he was injured for a lot of that. Like he was out for some of that game, wasn't he? Like he was like off the field.
For a quarter.
So being the like big piece in like an offense that hasn't been like abysmal, you know, David Johnson. I don't know. He's just really good.
What would you give up for him in a redraft league?
Like I think a fair trade would be. I don't want to make a mistake like I did last trade, but something along the lines of James Conner and Ty.
I think that'd
be a
fine.
fair one.
I'm also just James Conner is plumb.
Yeah, I don't like James Conner anymore. I've been desperately trying to get rid of him.
I don't think he's a running back 1 anymore.
Oh, no, definitely not.
So I do think Ty and James Conner is
I think that'd be a fair. I would if I was offered that, I'd keep DJ, just to be clear.
Yeah, I would. Where would you take him if you were doing it like a?
If I redrafted this, I'd take him like. I don't want to be like hot take or anything, but Mahomes, I think I'd like redraft like top 4. I would consider it.
Mahomes?
I would definitely have to consider it. Yeah, I would definitely consider it because I'd go Saquon, Christian McCaffrey, Zeke, Kamara.
I think you got to put Dalvin Cook
and
in
then
that high first round.
Dalvin, I'm still not completely.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not completely sold on him. I think Dalvin Cook's really good. I know he's really good, but I'm not sold on him being a top 4 running back for the rest of the season.
Okay.
So I think Mahomes or DJ at 5.
In a single quarterback league.
Yeah, and like our kind of league, that'd be a tough choice for me.
Whew.
I think so. Dude,
So
Pat Mahomes is really.
This has turned into just like a Patrick Mahomes fan club
because he's
podcast.
amazing. He's so good. He's so good. 4 touchdowns in one quarter. He's a lock for like 3 touchdowns a game. It's insane. Stick him with any just fast wide receiver.
I just am gonna do everything I can to get more of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if there's a deal out there.
Yeah. Matthew's not going to trade him, but
not with Matthew. My dynasty was.
Matthew's so unreasonable. I was thinking Brandon Cooks on the Chiefs would be. That'd be pretty crazy. I was. Just thinking about that. I was just thinking that.
That would be pretty awesome.
It's like Stephon Diggs. I would love Stephon Diggs if he was on the Chiefs. I would
love anyone on the Chiefs.
I would do a 180 on Stephon Diggs.
Can you? Okay, just think with me for a second. What if?
Yeah.
Now, this will never happen, but just Saquon Barkley on the Chiefs.
Ooh, I'd like that a lot.
That might be another
that'd be really nice.
That would be highest that'd point really total nice. Ever.
I think so.
So we're supposed to be talking about the Cardinals, but we just keep going
Cardinals
back to Mahomes.
just aren't interesting. Patrick Mahomes is more interesting than the Cardinals. Yeah. What can I say?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he had 350 passing yards.
Yeah, he's good.
No touchdowns.
He's going to be really good in the next couple of years.
Yeah. Christian Kirk kind of had a breakout game.
Yeah, he had a good game.
6 for 114.
He had a good game. He had a good
6
game.
6 for 114.
I think breakout is assuming that he might follow this up with some sort of performance.
I think Christian Kirk is going to be a low-end wide receiver, too, in the coming years.
In the coming years.
I think he's
this year, I don't like Christian Kirk.
I'm
not really
Kirk.
on Christian.
I'm in on Kirk, out on David Johnson. Next game, we're gonna talk about your Lions.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, Simon. I was just thinking that.
Where to start with this? Because it's the Chiefs and the Lions. Where to start?
Chargers.
Yeah. Chargers. I'm not talking right
today. I mean, Chargers, to be fair, have had some injuries. Derwin James, but it really takes a hit.
I saw today though that Melvin Gordon said he's going to play for a team this year.
That's good. Maybe my other league isn't completely gone.
but he didn't say the Chargers.
Oh, I don't. He's not flying on the Chargers at this point. Like, I don't think there's any way.
And his replacement, Andrew's pick of the draft, is the running back Austin Eckler.
I think we're talking about best takes on this podcast. Andrew's Austin Eckler take a year and a month ago, probably. It has to be on the Mount Rushmore of our takes, Simon. Obviously there's some unforeseen, that was a completely different take, but just the idea of Austin Eckler appearing.
It was a very good take.
Like, we might have been one of the first people to just, say Austin Eckler.
I don't think so, because I think...
I think we're up there. Just talking about him. Not like a lot, I'm not talking about, one of the 10, first things, but, we're one of the...
Yeah.
We were early on the Austin Eckler train.
I do think, are you trading Austin Eckler?
No, I'm keeping Austin Eckler. I think he's a low-end RB1.
I think he's a...
Mid-end, maybe.
Mid to high-end. I mean, he's...
High-end is... Justin Jackson's still cutting in a little bit. He's getting, 6 points.
He is getting, the full workload.
Yeah, I'd say a mid RB1.
That's fair.
I really like him.
Keenan Allen...
I really like. I was
nice
kind of wrong on him. Andrew again was right. I remember we had a 10-minute conversation about Keenan Allen or someone.
Who was it? Keenan Allen versus?
I think I was talking about T.Y. when Andrew Luck was still on the team.
Yeah,
that might have been it. But
right,
it's something I don't know. But Keenan Allen, I was wrong on. He's really good. I would love to have him. He's a mid wide receiver 1.
Right. Yeah, he's the only guy healthy.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't you think it's weird?
It's kind of funny. Phillip Rivers is not being that cheap quarterback that gives you crazy value right now.
No, he's not.
It's kind of sad.
It's a weird place for him. But talk about a cheap quarterback for good value, Simon.
The quarterback
Matthew
5
Stafford.
on the year. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. I don't know. He's looking good.
I know he is. He always looks good.
Not last
There's a good piece, Simon. There's a good piece you should check out on how underrated Matthew Stafford is on the Ringer.
I think he's very
He's
good.
really, really good.
22 for 30. Kenny Galladay had a good game.
He did, Simon. He did, actually. He's been having a couple of good games.
He had a
touchdown first game, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than we can say for some other wide receivers. I'm big on Kenny Galladay. I think he might make a run at a top 10 wide receiver season this year. He could make a run at it.
If they keep passing like this, I can't disagree with you up front.
The Lions, there's a lot of talk before the season about them being rushing, we're gonna run Kerryon Johnson, but they've always been a passing team. With Matthew Stafford, you're gonna be a passing team. So Kenny Galladay being the number one on that offense. Number one on that offense. I'm huge on him. I think he's a mid to high wide receiver 2. High wide receiver 2.
I like him in that mid wide receiver 2 range.
In a 12-team league, I think high wide receiver 2 is. So in our league.
15, top 15.
Yeah.
Oh, in our league.
In our league, I think he's a mid wide receiver 2.
So 12?
Wait, what?
In our 18 league. So 12?
A 12? What?
12, wide receiver 12 is a...
he'd be... So, I'm talking about, low or high end, wide receiver, too. I think...
on your team.
Yeah, I think he'd be a wide receiver, mid-end.
So you love him as your wide receiver 2?
Yes.
But you're not crying with him as your wide receiver
1? I love Kenny Galladay, but if he was my wide receiver 1, I don't know, I wouldn't be entirely comfortable with that.
I'm crying over Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah. I'm about to win that bet with Andrew. I didn't think it'd be amazing.
What did he bet?
$20 on top 12, I think.
Andrew.
They
did cut CJ Anderson today, though.
They've been cutting a lot of backs.
But Ty Johnson's getting too much work.
Yeah. Lions rushing game's never been a huge issue for them.
Kerryon Johnson mid running back 2 for you in 12 weeks?
I don't pay. I've never really had Carry on stock. I think he's good and he's going to be good for their future. It's nice to have a good running back for once, but
yeah.
I don't know. Their passing game's all I'm really concerned about. Mm-hmm. That's how they're going to win.
TJ Hawkinson had a kind of disappointing game.
I bought into the TJ Hawkinson hype a little bit.
Oh, you did?
But I dropped him. I started him over Mark Andrews last week, but...
Last time you do that.
Yeah. I was kind of big on him, but...
I think he's gonna bounce back.
I think so. I think.
He'll have a great career.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty good.
Like, I think he's going to have. I think this year I like Mark Andrews more.
Oh yeah.
But I think in a year or two, people would rather have Hawkinson.
I can kind of see that.
Moving on to probably the most boring game, but there's a player you really want to talk about. And that is Tennessee, Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett with 3 touchdowns. Fine.
Yeah, he's Jacoby Brissett's one too.
Wait, okay, I didn't even notice this. Marlon Mack wasn't the leading rusher?
Marlon Mack only had 8 points that game.
Marlon Mack was
like
20
50.
for 51 yards. Yeah. I didn't even know that. 2.6. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
not a great showing. I still like Marlon Mack. Like that first game kind of bought me in, but
he had a decent game. Eric Ebron had a touchdown.
Eric Ebron.
T.Y. Hilton is like becoming serviceable.
Yeah, T.Y. Hilton's good. He's legit good.
Yeah.
I think he's a top 10 wide receiver the rest of the season.
I disagree.
I really like him.
I disagree.
I really like him. And it hurts me to say that I might have just traded away a top 10 wide receiver and a top 4 running back for Devontae Adams. So, yeah.
But let's quickly. We're done with Indianapolis for now.
Yeah.
Because there's someone we got to talk about.
Yeah, we have to talk about Derrick Henry, Simon.
And how overrated he is.
How? Okay, I just want to know, how is he overrated? Because he's been having good games. It's not like he's gonna have when you say that 70-yard touchdown catch is kind of he wouldn't have had a great game if said that. Derrick Henry's just gonna have those. That's just kind of who he is. Every couple games, and on top of that, he had a rushing touchdown. So I just don't get how you could not buy into the Derrick Henry hype right now.
I can't, because his receiving points come from little screens that he only catches 50% of the time. I know, but if a good amount of the time he's going to be getting these huge breakaways, and his pass catch is not what I'm taking him for. His rushing is just it's amazing. He has those pass catching. It's kind of nice. 15 for 81 is fine. Yeah. I know, but he's gonna if he's gonna go 15 for 81 with a touchdown and then maybe a couple of passes, that's really good. He caught. I'm curious. I don't even know how many he caught. I think he got 2 or 3. Yeah, he got 2 for 12. Yeah, so if he's getting you 16 points a game, that's pretty great. But I'm gonna depend on him. I do think the bust games are coming though. I think he might have a bad game, but I think this is kind of who he is the rest of the season. He might have a couple down games, but. I really think, can't you depend on him for a floor of 70 to 80 yards, probably a touchdown, and then a couple of receptions? I think that's really good. I don't think you can. For a couple of receptions? Oh, I think for a couple of receptions he can. And his floor? I think... because he's the only rusher. I think every running back's floor is unless you're Saquon Barkley. I don't know. I really think Derrick We saw McCaffrey at 37 last week. No, but McCaffrey, I don't know. He's more of he is kind of a pass catcher. Derrick Henry is he's that every down back that Tennessee has that no one else is rushing it, Deion Lewis. I don't know. I'm so into Derrick Henry. I'm into him as a running back too. I think he's a low end. I think he's a low end one. I think he's a low end one. That's my hot take. I agree with you. He's probably a high end 2. Okay, yeah, he's a high end 2 actually. I'm not. He's on my team right now, and I'm trying to get an RB1 as we speak. So fine. High end RB2. So, okay. I would just try to trade for Zeke. Okay. I will say, so far, in 2 games, he's returned 4th round value well. Oh, Simon, in 2 games, he'd have to return the 1st round value well. That's how good he did. Just because he had 25 and 17. Okay, I don't. I think you have to give Derrick Henry some credit here. That's first round return, 25 and 17. But I don't like that 13 of his points have come from one straight line. Oh yeah, but that's just play. That's what we said last year too. That's just who he is. He's going to have those huge plays. I get it's not better that he didn't have that play. It's great he had that. All right. He is. It is going to take a full season of Derrick Henry. I know. I'm fully prepared for this, Simon. I'm not gonna. I'm in on Derrick Henry. All right. We'll revisit this weekly. New England and Miami. Yeah. Next team. Yeah. Next team. I guess the only thing I want to talk about with these two teams is Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Had a fine game.
Yeah, Josh Gordon's kind of pushed out. Like Josh Gordon doesn't
Julian
have a ton of value. Yeah, Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Sony Michel's been kind of weird. Don't know.
He had
he's
21 for 85.
Yeah, he's like a low-end RB2.
Yeah.
For, like he's,
I mean,
not much to
I
say.
think Sony Michel could be a mid to high running back too. If
He
he
could
gets the
be. He
touchdowns.
could be. But right now, I'm saying he's like a low-end too. And James White's been pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, I need to look at his stats from last game because I'm I'm starting him in a league.
I think he had like 14 or something.
Rushing 3 for 10, receiving
He had a good receiving game, right?
3 for 19 and a touchdown.
Yeah, he had like a solid.
Which isn't
Yeah, I
bad.
think he had 11. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on because I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about the
there's not
Dolphins.
much.
Like, are they gonna win a game?
No, I don't think so.
They're gonna join.
I
the
honestly
Browns
don't
and the
think.
Lions.
I honestly don't. Oh, did the Browns go 0-16 2 years
Yeah.
ago? Ah, my God. I can't even believe that. That's crazy. I forgot about that. Like, I was just like, yeah, I completely think they could.
Buffalo, New York,
Yeah.
Giants.
Oh, yeah, the Giants. Yeah, Buffalo. They might make the playoffs just because, like,
Yeah.
they have some, like, just nice games in there.
I mean, Josh Allen had a not great but super solid game.
Yeah.
250 and a touchdown on 19 for 30.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Frank Gore.
Yeah, Frank Gore, 36 or something, right?
Yeah. 19 for 68 and a touchdown. And Devin Singletary looks like he's probably not going to play this week against
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Frank Gore is waiver wire, like, pick up,
Yeah.
start him.
Against Cincinnati.
I might try and start him in that league where I
don't
traded
even-
away
yeah.
so much of my team.
I don't even blame you. Well,
Yeah, if it's between him, Ronald Jones, Jordan Howard, and
a
Rashad
million
Penny,
times, yeah, take Frank
yeah,
Gore.
I'm gonna take Frank Gore.
Is he on waivers?
Which is weird. Yeah, he is.
You should.
I don't
scoop
know
him
if
up
he
right
is
now.
anymore. I was checking like 2 nights ago and was like, I'm not gonna use a waiver on him because I wasn't sure if Singletary is playing, but if he's on right now, yeah, I'd kind of need to pick him
I
up.
mean, that's he's gonna have a fine game.
Yeah. Hopefully, Stafford Nation. Stafford Nation could really use. No, yeah, someone picked him up. So yeah, Jamal Williams, Mozart, Hines.
I think you could Mozart could be a decent start over like Ronald Jones.
I think right now I'm starting Rashad Penny and Justin Jackson. So like I have Melvin Gordon and AJ Green. It's not completely like gone.
Yeah.
Like and maybe in the playoffs.
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna make the playoffs. So
Are you
my
0-2?
team's yeah, I'm on like my team's screwed. Like that trade single handedly destroyed my season. There's no coming back.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
So yeah.
Eli Manning got benched.
Yeah, he did. It's weird. Like I don't think that's gonna be much of a difference. But,
Yeah, Daniel Jones is like.
no.
I think he'll do fine.
I don't have any strong opinion on it.
Do you like Daniel Jones or Josh Rosen more?
I really don't know, to be honest. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say something I don't know about.
If you're redrafting today, is Saquon Barkley the 101?
Yeah, he is. Okay. I for a second I was like Patrick Mahomes, and I was like,
Oh my
shut your
God.
mouth, Jason. So yeah, I think Saquon has to be the number 1. He has to be.
18 for 107 and a touchdown.
Like Christian McCaffrey. Like if you asked me last week, I would have said McCaffrey. But after that Tampa Bay game, it's like I know Christian McCaffrey's super good, but that was just kind of weird.
It was kinda weird.
Saquon doesn't have bad games like that. It's nice.
Yeah. It's just a terrible team, but
I'm
he
just
somehow
gonna
gets
put
points.
this out here though, Simon. If someone drafted Patrick Mahomes first overall in redraft, I would have no problem with that. I just want to say that. I just want to say that. That's how good I think he
I
is.
would have.
I wouldn't do it myself personally, but I'd take
Yeah.
him top 4 or 5.
I would for sure take, starting now from the rest of the season, I would for sure take Zeke, McCaffrey, and Barkley over him.
But the thing is so you choose running backs over quarterbacks because quarterbacks are so much closer together and running backs are like bigger.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like Saquon, like a good game, like 17 for Saquon, and replacement value is probably like, 7 or something? Like 6?
Yeah.
So he's probably scoring like 12 above replacement value.
But
and
then
Mahomes
he also has those games though where he scores
He does.
36.
But like Mahomes has games will put up like 45. Mahomes is consistently like 14 above replacement value. Like it's so insane that I don't know. If you think about it like that, I think Mahomes could be Like, let me just say this. Next year in our draft, I think I'm going to probably end up with Mahomes. Because he might go in the second round for me. Like, yeah.
That's like shades of Neil drafting Aaron.
Yeah, I know, but it is.
Really?
It is, but Mahomes, like 2019 Mahomes versus, like, 2015 Aaron Rodgers is two completely different things.
Yeah. We'll
Just,
talk about Mahomes.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We're not done talking about Mahomes.
We'll bring Andrew back on the podcast, and we can.
We haven't even talked about the Chiefs game yet.
Yeah.
Steelers Seahawks.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson looked good.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's had a pretty good year.
Rashad Penny looked good.
Yeah.
10 for 1. No, I almost said 10 for 62 and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's really good, but I can't expect that on a week-to-week basis, unfortunately.
And I think Tyler Lockett's becoming that.
Yeah.
Not fantasy wide receiver one, but like real life NFL wide receiver one.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is. I think he's a high-end wide receiver too, fantasy. Like mid to high end.
I think he's really good. 10 receptions for 79 yards.
Yeah, I can count on him for touchdowns all the time. It's nice.
Yeah. Big news out of Pittsburgh is Ben Roethlisberger's out for the year.
Yeah.
So it is the Mason Rudolph show.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns to Vance McDonald. Vance McDonald could be huge. I did watch that game.
You did?
Vance McDonald, I watched like good about it.
What was your biggest takeaway?
I really like Russell Wilson kind of when he's not in the pocket and when he's scrambling. Because he was running at will at the end of that game. Like, anytime he chose to, he could just get a first down.
Right, at the end of the game.
Yeah, I like him so much more when he's running and not, like, in the pocket. So. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson is kind of on my radar.
My biggest takeaway was when you let Russell Wilson pass a lot, you score more points.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Seahawks just have this need to run the ball so much.
Yeah.
But Russell Wilson's so good.
Yeah, I know. He's amazing.
Not Patrick Mahomes good, though.
No.
Let's talk about Juju.
Yeah.
And how this impacts him.
Let's have this conversation.
I still think he's a low-end wide receiver one.
Is he still a fantasy dynasty wide receiver one? Number one?
I would take him
because I think that'd be blasphemy. I think even that's just blasphemy, Simon.
I think
I'm sorry, but
Hopkins
Juju has done absolutely nothing to prove that he could be the wide receiver one and off. He's had 13 points.
He was shadow covered by the best corner in the league, Stephon Gilmore, and he still put up like 7 for 80.
Like, he's good. Like, I'm not saying he's not good, but like he's not showing like anything, and especially with his quarterback situation, how it might end up. Like,
I think Mason Rudolph is a decent backup.
I mean, I don't want to trash Mason Rudolph here, but I think he's probably like a bottom 8, 7 quarterback in the league if we're ranking him. Like, he's not a good starting quarterback.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, but like compared to the rest of the
Juju a lot in the short game.
In the touchdown though, we saw a lot of Vance McDonald.
I think we're gonna see. I mean, you saw that beautiful deep ball to Juju then, if you watched the game.
I might have seen that. I was kind of in and out.
All I'm saying is, especially in Dynasty, buy Juju. Because his value,
I don't know if I can endorse that.
I don't know if his value is ever going to be lower.
If we're talking about, I agree with that. If we're talking about in the next, this year and next year, I would rather have Kenny Golladay. I'm just going to say that.
I think
I would rather say that. I would rather.
I think that is.
I would rather have Kenny Golladay this year and next year. I'd rather have Kenny Golladay. Quarterback.
I hate that we're back to this.
Offense, just yeah. I hate it too, Simon. I hate that we have to talk about this, but
all I can do, since I already made that Michael Thomas bet, is politely disagree and say that I think Juju's still a top 12 wide receiver.
So a pretty big decrease, right?
From wide receiver 5 or 3. Where did I have him? I had Juju at...
You had him over Michael Thomas, so it must have been 3 or 4.
I had...
You had 4. Hopkins, Adams.
I had 4.
And
Julio above him.
Julio, okay.
Maybe Odell, but he was 4 or 5 for me. So now he's closer to 12.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's hard to say he doesn't take a hit. Someone who takes a bigger hit, I think, is James Conner.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be in a position as much to score.
At this point, I'm just going to be like, Andrew, want James Conner? Not even for DJ. Andrew will just take him because he likes the Steelers.
Yeah. I mean, I'd just take James Conner.
I mean, I'd take James Conner too, but I'm trying to get...
You want to throw him over for, David Montgomery?
Yeah, not even David Montgomery. I'd still do better than David Montgomery. I think he's still like a top like 15 or 20 running back, but
I'd say top 20 for sure.
yeah, his days of like top 8 or those probably.
I mean, he seemed like I
He
didn't
could make a
love the
comeback.
2nd round pick of James Conner.
I couldn't choose anyone else over him.
See, I would have taken Chubb and Coco.
This was before Duke Johnson was off
the Browns, so there's a lot less pass catching upside for Chubb.
Yeah, but I mean,
Now I
also
would-
now Cook, I would take over Chubb.
Cook back then I would not. Well, now I
No,
would take
now.
Cook over. Yeah, well now I would. Oh my god, yeah, okay. Now I would take like a lot of people, but
We are on the home stretch, kinda. Cowboys in Washington.
yeah,
Dak looks amazing.
yeah, he does.
Zeke, doing
He's
Zeke
really
things.
good.
Are you familiar with Terry McLaurin?
I've heard of him.
He's a rookie doing great things.
Yeah.
Is he worth the pickup?
Wait, the Redskins guy, right?
Yeah. He had like
Yeah, I've
125
seen
and
stuff on
touchdown
him.
for one.
No, the answer is no. I think
he's
someone has to score on the Redskins, and it just happened to be him. that's my position. That's where I stand on that.
I think that's fine. I think Terry looks pretty good, and I think he could
Yeah.
be
I
a
didn't
good
watch-
flex.
I didn't watch the game, so
I think he would be a good flex.
I wish he was my flex in that other league, where I'm starting Ronald Jones, Jordan Howard, and Rashawn Penny. But
Not a whole bunch to talk about here. Michael Gallup's getting.
he's out, right? 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, he's getting surgery. Amari Cooper
I like Amari
had
Cooper.
4 for 44 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So, I think a good either or right now, and
Yeah.
this is coming from a super biased Juju fan, is Amari Cooper or Juju. I think
that is a good. I think that is a good.
I think
one.
that is a good.
I agree with you. That is a very reasonable. I think that's a high-end wide receiver too kind of conversation.
I think
If
that's a
Amari or Juju's your best wide receiver, I think you have to be a little worried.
I'm fine with both of them
Because
as wide receiver one.
Amari, Juju's consistently, you're gonna get between 9 and 15 points. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Amari Cooper, he's less consistent, but they kind of even out in the fact that they're both high-end wide receiver twos for me.
Because of how Dak's playing, I think I'm fine with Amari as my wide receiver one.
Yeah, there's
With Gallup
the
out
teams that he's been playing, Joe, is even this week against the Dolphins, it's just teams that they're playing are so bad. I want to kind of see what they are. I want to see how Dak does against a good defense.
That's
a
fair.
Good defense. So that's why I'm not as high on the Cowboys right now. I still
Right.
need to wait.
Texans Jaguars.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew played and did fine.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He did fine.
That's a solid backup.
I'm just sad that D.D. Westbrook seems like he's not going to be a thing.
Yeah, D.D. Westbrook. I was kind of in on him. I kind of liked him.
It looked like Foles
little
really
bit.
liked him. But it looks like it's going to be DJ Chark as Gardner.
I think it's going to be none of them. I think none of them are going to. That's where I stand on this.
What about Leonard Fournette? He's not having that.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette. I'm disappointed. He hasn't been injured and he hasn't been doing good.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's kind of a question mark for me.
Why is Carlos Hyde getting 20 carries?
Yeah, Carlos Hyde was really good on the 49ers. Remember that?
I
he was
loved
really
him
good.
on the 49ers.
He was a top 10 running back. Yeah. He was really good, but I don't know. I always kind of watch out for those guys like Latavius Murray, Carlos Hyde's like Latavius Murray good on the Raiders.
Go
Big
to
guys,
different teams
yeah.
a lot.
But the thing is, they have to start. And Latavius Murray was in an entirely different situation. So.
Kind of a tough game for Deshaun Watson and Hopkins, but that's just because Jalen Ramsey's so good. So no worry there. It's just again a testament to Patrick Mahomes that he was able to put up 30 on them.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the big winner of this podcast.
That's the next game.
Yeah.
So Chiefs Raiders. Patrick Mahomes had a 4 touchdown quarter.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He had a stretch with 5 consecutive, not just passes, not just completions, but pass attempts.
Yeah.
That all went for 40 plus yards.
My favorite thing with Patrick Mahomes is seeing his first half stats and then translating those to second half because he's never gonna do it. But you'll be like, oh my god, is he gonna pass for 600 yards and 7 touchdowns this game? And obviously his second half
They
slowed
didn't
down,
score.
yeah. They
only
just
scored
stuff.
one
Yeah.
quarter.
But I just love doing that. Where like Patrick Mahomes, wow, first half 300 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I really
like,
thought he was going to go for 506.
Yeah, I know that's always fun to do, but like it just never does. Never really happens.
Any other Patrick Mahomes takes we should
No,
know?
but I want to talk about Josh Jacobs because
Great.
he didn't have a great game, did he?
12 for 99.
Yeah, okay, that's
nine
better than I
points.
thought.
In a
No
PPR.
receptions or
No.
yeah, I like. Again, I'm not drafting him for his patch catching. I just like a 3-down back that just gets it done, and he's gonna be like that touchdown guy. He's gonna get like 70 to 100 yards. I don't know. Next 4 years, I really like him.
He's looking better than I thought he was going to be, but he's already
Same.
hurt.
Oh, really?
He's got a groin injury.
Oh.
He was a pass catcher in college too.
Oh.
But he only has one catch so far.
He only has one pass catch.
Yeah. I think he's gonna. I being unbiased think he could be I value him as a mid running back too.
I thought him as a high running back too, because I think that was a bad game for him. Even though it was a.
But I also think this shows that he's not game script proof right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's not. Like they put in Jalen Richard.
Yeah, I think mid to high running back he's good.
Darren Waller.
Yeah, I've heard
Is
stuff
a
about him.
Fine tight end.
I've been hearing a lot of buzz about him.
With the current tight end landscape.
Yeah, he's probably like in the top 10 now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's there. Tyrell Williams has been showing up. I really like.
I like Tyrell
I know, me
Williams
too.
a lot.
I took a kind of flyer on a waiver pickup, and I don't regret it.
I have a lot of fun starting him.
I know. He's
I feel good starting
Like you
him.
can depend on a touchdown from him. It's nice.
Yeah, I think. I feel like he's 10 to 20 points a week.
Yeah, it's nice. I like him a lot.
You know who's not 10 to 20 points a week?
Who?
Damian Williams.
Yeah. Damon Williams has not had a very disappointing season. Part of that's LaShawn McCoy, but
Yeah.
part of that's just
But McCoy had 11 for 23.
yeah.
Oh.
So like he's not good, but he's just digging into. At this point, it's just like
Yeah. Neither of them are
digging
good.
in. Yeah,
I just think Damian Williams can catch passes.
he can.
And so that.
He can.
So he'll have some games that he blows up.
He does, but
Like-
I don't know. I feel like low end running back too is what he is right now.
Oh yeah, if not worse.
Yeah.
Everyone thought Sammy Watkins was going to be the number one again for the second
I
season.
know.
But with Patrick Mahomes, it's just whoever
yeah,
is
it's just
remotely.
whoever's open, whoever's faster that day.
This week it's Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah, who I think people aren't making the same mistake with him, and I don't think
they're
yeah.
chasing last week.
Yeah, like Sammy Watkins was legit because he was really good in college. Yeah, he was drafted high, first round pick. But
I think you're definitely starting Watkins as the number one there.
100%. Oh yeah. If I have Watkins, I'm starting him.
And then I think in deeper leagues, you're throwing Mecole Hardman into your flex just in case.
You could do that. I would do that in my league if he's available again. But I don't think I should be a case study for that.
The Chiefs are just so good. They play the Ravens next week.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna watch that game. I'm gonna legit watch that game. That's gonna be a fun game.
Is that
I'm
this
really
year's
excited
Chiefs
for that.
Rams?
No, because they're not two of the like marquee teams, and like it's just more of an exciting game. Not like because Chiefs I think are gonna probably win. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a really good game still, but Rams Saints was really. I was so excited for that one. I think.
Yeah, I was too.
What I'm excited for. Do you know if the Rams and Chiefs play this year?
I don't know.
Because I would be very interested in that game. Really,
To see how it
that'd be
changed
so
over here.
good. I don't know, just to
Rams
like
Chiefs,
watch it.
like a rematch.
Yeah, just to watch it. I
That'd
think
be
that'd be
great.
super, super good.
I don't think they'd each put up 50 points again.
No,
Like they did last.
but they
was so-
might.
that was
They
so
might.
fun.
I think they might.
That was so great because
That
like
was
everyone was
the
hyping it
best
up.
game.
Everyone was hyping it up as such a great game, and then it actually
It
was
exceeded
one of the best.
it. It exceeded expectations. I remember we were watching that with Ian and Mahomes. Like Ian just I forget what the situation was, but Mahomes kept throwing interceptions, and Ian kept like just being like
Mahomes needed like 45 points to like bring Ian to a win and the playoffs.
Yeah, and he was
And
super close.
he got
And
to
he
really
just
close.
Aired it out like 2 times,
Yeah.
and they were both interceptions. But yeah, that was by far the most fun game I've ever watched in my life.
That was so fun.
Amazing.
I hope it happens.
Amazing stuff.
Second to last game. Atlanta, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It was a fun end.
Yeah, I thought the end of it, actually.
Yeah. Julio.
Yeah, Julio's good.
Is he in your top
Really
three
good.
receivers?
I think he might be, yeah. I think he's number 3 right now.
Yeah.
At least.
I would take... I would say he is...
I'd say
It's
maybe
hard
2.
because it's only been 2 weeks.
I think him and Adams are closer, too.
2 weeks.
But yeah, I don't want to overreact, but Julio's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, Devontae Adams, I think, still just is going to...
I hope so. I really, really hope so,
I think
Simon.
the touchdowns are coming. I really do.
There's 3 guys. There's a guy to each position I just sold out on this year, and that's Jared Goff, Derrick Henry, and Devontae Adams. I just, sold out. I was like, I'm getting them no matter what. And it worked out for Derrick Henry. It's TBD for Devontae Adams.
I think...
with where I got. Because Devontae Adams is really good. But I chose him at the 5 overall, and I traded 2 other guys for him, so...
But he got, against Minnesota, 7 receptions for over 100.
It's really good, but...
I think he's, returning value.
No, he's returning value, but for what I did for him, I chose him over DJ. I chose him 5th overall.
Over DJ.
I don't know if I would anymore, but I don't know. We have to see.
Right.
And then
Devonta Freeman looks terrible. He's not
Devonta Freeman might have been that in his career. He's still gonna play, but I don't think he's really relevant anymore. Too much.
Yeah, both of the quarterbacks.
He has a special spot in my heart because I drafted him with my last pick a couple years ago, and I was like, he starts. I might as well just take him in my last pick. And then he just went off that season.
What was that trade you offered me right before the season with Freeman in it?
I don't remember.
You did offer.
That was a really long time ago, but yeah, I remember.
I remember you offered me Freeman, and you were like,
he's gonna be
a starting running back.
I know, that was my case. I was like, that's all I do. I was like, Freeman. He starts. I looked at the depth chart. He's number 1.
It was
Freeman.
If I would have taken it, it would have been great.
It would have been season changing. He had a 3-year run.
That was the year, I believe, where I had Lamar Miller on the Dolphins and Allen Robinson when he had that great year.
I think that was Neil when Neil won it all that year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, it might be the wide receiver 1.
Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson probably are going to miss the next game.
I know, so.
Aguilar looks good.
Lions. I'm really confident.
Who's going to win that division?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to, but wild card bid, not last. That's really what I can ask for.
I think they're solid.
I hate their coach, though. Matt Patricia's straight up awful.
Yeah,
they would be 2-0 without him, probably. And I just wish they'd kept Jim Caldwell. He brought them to the playoffs 2 times in 3 years. What else can you ask for? I think they got 11 wins one year.
I remember.
They were really good.
They lost to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, they lost to Cowboys and Seahawks. I just don't get why they let him go. He was good.
Yeah.
For Matt Patricia. He was bad.
He was good. They let him go for Matt Patricia, who's bad.
I don't know what else to say. It was bad, but
yeah.
Maybe they might have a good season.
Yeah.
I
think they're solid 3rd in the division.
Thank you. I'll take that. That's a good division. That's a really good division.
It's a really good division. And bringing up the rear are the Browns and the Jets.
Yeah, not a very exciting game.
Odell
had a really good game. Le'Veon Bell's been great. He didn't even have a touchdown. He still had 20 fantasy points. He's really good.
He had 30 touches.
Yeah, he's really
10 receptions, 21 carries. Insane. Yeah. Luke Falk is the Jets quarterback right now.
Yeah.
And the Patriots playing next week. That defense is going to kill them.
I know. Who has the Patriots? Is it Andrew still?
Andrew.
Hey, yeah, there's no way Andrew dropped.
But my defense is the Cowboys, and they play Miami next week.
Who are you playing this week?
Neil.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's too hard.
Let's talk about Nick Chubb and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's not great for fantasy, I feel like.
He's disappointed me a lot.
Yeah.
I took him pretty high in one of my starts.
Yeah, he was a consensus 7 or 8 guy, I think, preseason. And
oh, yeah.
Now...
And for Dynasty, he was quarterback 3 or something.
But, yeah, Baker's kind of dropped. Chubb's really good, though. Chubb's really good. I like him a lot.
I think the offensive line is just tough.
Yeah.
It's just tough for him to... I mean, 18 for 62 is fine.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
It's like what Derrick Henry does.
Yeah. Derrick Henry
I
and Nick
need
Chubb
Chubb
are
to-
two very close together players. So.
I can't have that be real. I can't put Nick Chubb on the Titans.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be much different, to be honest. Like, would Nick Chubb have pulled off that 75-yard receiving touchdown?
Yes.
No, I don't think.
Yes.
Have you taken a look at Derrick Henry's body recently? Simon?
Have you?
Have you seen, like, just pull them up, pull up a picture of them.
Wait.
Like, I audibly gasped when I saw
gasped.
Derrick Henry because his upper body it's huge. Like, it's insane. He doesn't look like any other running back.
Cool. 1 sec.
What are you looking up?
I'm gonna show you the most insane.
Is it like
Talk
a
about
workout
Nick
pic
from-
of Nick Chubb?
Is what?
Is it like a workout pic of Nick Chubb or something?
Something like that.
It's not gonna compare to Derrick Henry.
Oh god, my it didn't type Nick, so it just has the search Chubb in high school. This is Nick Chubb in high school.
I'm sorry, that doesn't compare to Derrick Henry. Simon,
Oh my
look at
God.
just the like when you're
look at this.
when you're looking
Nick
at
Chubb
it.
is the man that's in the air. The man.
I know,
in high
but
school.
Simon, when you're looking at it and when you're watching the game and you see like those players on the field, no one stands out more than Derrick Henry. Like I swear, his upper body is insanely huge.
But I want his lower body.
But I'd rather have his upper body be that than like normal. You know? Like, isn't that better than just not having a
I think
huge
he-
upper body? It's insane.
I think
he's huge. He's a
I-
truck.
All right. We're gonna have to. I will admit.
I told
defeat-
you I'd overreact to Derrick Henry, Simon. I told you this would happen.
I will admit defeat on Derrick Henry at the end of the season if he's a running back one.
Yeah. I mean, even if he's like a high end running back too, people are like having him like the early 30s, and I was just like, I still think he's gonna be a running back one. I think he's gonna be a top 10 at the end of the season.
I feel like he'll end at 17 or something.
Which again,
Which is
wouldn't be
good.
that bad.
I don't even know if
I-
I think he's gonna.
I think he's gonna be way better than 17, but we'll see. We'll be back next week on the phone.
Yes,
We'll probably recap week 3 games.
I think that's the strategy.
Andrew
We'll
will
go through all the
definitely
games.
be on by then.
Well, let's not make any promises.
I'll make
because-
that promise for you, Simon. Andrew will be on next week.
He should be.
So yeah,
We'll be back next week.
We'll be
and,
next week.
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully our schedule will be much more consistent now.
Hopefully.
Start of school has been a little hectic, and
Yeah.
Andrew's been having some stuff.
Yeah. To say the least. We won't go too into it, but yeah, we'll see you next week recapping the week 3.